It's your girl Ro in the building, and I'm here to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my Valentine's Day special edition. Hey guys, let's get ready to make another amazing treat. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I made my cheesecake stuffed apples. So let's get started. First, I'm going to start off with the crumble, and I'm using graham cracker crumbs to make the crumble. And also I'm going to be adding in 1 stick of unsalted melted butter. Also, I will leave the recipe and all the links in the description below this video. You want to bring this together until it becomes like a wet sand consistency. Now I'm going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar and a teaspoon of cooking nib. You can add this to the bag. I just forgot to add it in the beginning. So you just want to mix that all together until it's all well combined. Now we're going to add in 2 sticks of butter, unsalted butter that is, and we want to mix until this becomes nice and fluffy. Then we add in our cream cheese and mix that until it is well combined. So now I'm going to add in my sweetened condensed milk. Yes, sweetened condensed milk. Don't go crazy on me. Trust me on this. It's going to taste amazing. But you want to mix until it's all well combined. And then I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Yes, look, don't flip out on me, y'all. It's going to taste amazing and it's going to balance out. Trust me. Now you're going to make sure you combine all the ingredients, and then I'm going to add in my cooking nib. Yes, this is going to top it off and it's going to taste amazing. So make sure you mix until it's all well combined, and now it's nice and ready to be filled in your apples. So here I'm using Granny Smith apples, and these are medium-sized apples. You want to check your apples, destem them, make sure there's no cuts. Now it don't matter what size apple sticks you use, because these sticks will be removed. So you only want to insert them just enough to pierce through the apple and hold for dipping. So do not pierce them all the way through. Now I'm going to use 4 cups of my super white Merkins candy melts, and I'm adding 2 tablespoons of Paramount crystals for melting. And you want to melt in 30-second intervals until your chocolate candy melts are nice and smooth. Now I'm going to add in 4 drops of my favorite food coloring, which is for chocolate, and that is the Chocolate Chameleon in the color pink. Now what I'm doing is making sure that all the white is completely blended in, because you don't want no streaks in your chocolate. And now we're already melted, and I'm adding a little bit more because I want my pink to be a little deeper. So if you need the color or you want the color to be a little darker, just add more coloring. Now it's nice and smooth and we're ready to dip. Going in and making a rotating turn. Make sure you shake off the excess chocolate, scrape your bottom, and then plant it or place it onto your countertop or on a nice silicone mat so that it can have a nice bottom, a nice finished bottom. Another tip when dipping your apples, it's not necessary to cover the entire apple. You want to leave an opening at the top of your apple to help with digging out the core. Now here I'm using a melon scooper, and now it's time to remove the sticks. You want to firmly press down on your apple onto the surface to assure that the stick comes out carefully. So this is why it's important that you don't insert the stick all the way through, because you will have a hard time pulling it out, and you don't want to mess up your apple. So we're going to take the melon scooper, and then we're going to firmly press into the center of the core of the apple and start to remove that core. Now make sure you get some paper towel As you see, I forgot, but get some paper towel to hold your apple when doing this process. This will help prevent your chocolate or your candy melts from melting in your hand. Now, if some of the chocolate chips off at the top, don't worry, long as not too much coming off, because all that's going to be covered with your buttercream or your icing that you apply to the top of your apple. All poured out. Now it's time to add in some lemon juice. Taking a smaller basin brush. This one actually was too big, but you want to take a small brush and apply some lemon juice on the inside of your apple to prevent from any browning of your apple. Here's another tip. Before you remove your apple sticks and before you remove the core of the apple, make sure your chocolate is completely dry before you start to move on to the next steps. Now we're going to move on to creating the heart. I'm using a Wilton's red fondant. Remember, I will leave all links in the description box below. And you want to roll this out till it's not too thin and not too thick. I want to say like a 1/2 inch thick. And then I'm using a heart cutter and I'm cleaning up my edges. And you don't want to prep these, because you want to just do these as you go so it can be an easy application. And I added a little bit of water, just a thin layer to apply to the apple. Do not saturate this piece of fondant or your heart will slide straight down the apple. All right, so carefully do a nice clean application and then apply to your apple and let them sit to dry. Now our apples are all ready to be filled. So here is our cream cheese filling, but before we apply that, we're going to add in our crust, crumble. We're going to pack that in. You can do about 2 teaspoons and just pack it in however much, whatever you choose of your liking, and just pack that in real nicely. And then you're going to follow up with the cream cheese. Now it's time to decorate. Here I'm using a cream cheese icing. You can choose to create the cream cheese icing or use store-bought, or you can apply buttercream, whatever your choice. I will also leave the link to my video recipe to show you how I made my icing. Now I'm adding some sprinkles, and then I'm going to apply some sprinkle hearts and some candy corns to pop off this decoration. And also I'm going to add some of the love potion, and the love potion is nothing but strawberry syrup. And I'm going to show you how I got my strawberry syrup inside my pipettes, and check out the next clips that's coming up. And I added a little straw, so you just cut the straw in half and then apply it to the top as you see here. So here's the strawberry syrup, and you want to use a water bottle, and you want to create a nice small hole, small enough so that the neck of the pipette is snug through that hole. Then you're going to pour in your syrup and apply the top to the bottle, and you're going to turn it upside down and squeeze it until it becomes completely full. And that is the heart completed. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you